Yo, back with another video. I just want to say, like, it's some interesting things around the corner, y'all. It's some interesting things around the corner, and you know what I'm saying? If you keeping up, you being consistent. If you keeping up, you being consistent. And I just want you to know that, I don't know if I came on here and said this, I believe I have, but the enemy is going to try and sit at your table. Now, let me explain that, because that's a triple entendre, the quadruple entendre. There's probably many entendres, but the enemy going to definitely try and sit at your table. You can read Psalms 23. You know what I'm saying? But it's the wickedness and the dark forces in high and low places. I just had to let that sink in. You know what I'm saying? For you, let that sink in for you. But essentially, even within the mind, the Shaitan, or the evil one will try and ingest things into your mind to have you believe things, negative things. And I tell you this now: everything that's negative, that's positive, or that's not positive, or is destructive towards yourself, is Satan. It's the devil. It's a lie. It's a lie. All of it. Every single time. Every single time. Every single time. So with that being said, then like now we know what we need to do. We know that there's no excuse. Like, you know how people would be like, oh, like I'll let's say it's somebody who's like, what my homie just told me. He was like, it was some guy, and he was on time for work. Like, he was on time for work for a week, and he was like expecting to be rewarded for it or some shit. And he was like, nigga, you's a grown ass man. You supposed to be on time for work, nigga. That's what you supposed to do, right? Like, for instance, a female, like, she shouldn't. I mean, you shouldn't have to reward her for being a good wife or a good woman. That's what she's supposed to do. You're supposed to be a good. You're supposed to provide, nigga. You're supposed to have a house, right? Your future is supposed to be secure. Her past is supposed to not be that crazy, right? That's what you offer to the table, to what you're supposed to have. Now, things on top of that, those are the pluses. Those are the positives. But it's like a standard. We have to get past the standard in order to do that. But if we're constantly letting the devil or the enemy sit at our table, then we're automatically gonna like disrespect our own selves and subject ourselves to lower accommodations, lower things. You know what I'm saying? Things that we don't even have to really even entertain, but because of even it could be the minuscule amount. You see this leaf? It could be like the smallest piece of this leaf. We could entertain it. It don't have to be the whole. It don't have to be the whole leaf. It could just be a small piece. Now, oftentimes, like, it be the little things that matter in those instances, because the devil is in the detail, and so it just be the littlest detail that make you think, oh, I need to take from this person. I need to kill myself, or, you know what I'm saying, I need to hurt somebody, or, you know what I'm saying, or they're out to get me. Like, it's the little things, right? But when we are absorbing the word of God, right, and we sit on the word of God, the good things, we become more fruitful when we focus on the fruits, right? Because I believe there's a issue nowadays where it's so much information. It's so much information that the difficulty is finding quality information. Because once upon a time, it used to be a problem on the quantity, but now that we have so much quantity, the quality is the problem. Like, you see it now. There's so many podcasts. There's so many philosophers. I mean, shit. Nigga, your mama and your grandma and your auntie is a philosopher now. Do you see what I'm saying? In the books I read, I've only heard about male philosophers. I'm sure there's women who philosophize, but like, I'm talking great works over time, because, you know, this is also important. Women have nature in their favor. Men have time in their favor. If you're not able to get a woman, right, or if you're not able to like pull a girl, you like, why is this not hitting? It's not her fault, it's yours. Okay? Now, if she's not able to get a husband, or if she's not married and she stays single and it's like nobody picks her up, that's not your fault, that's hers. If she can't keep the relationship. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's because She wasn't willing to go to test of time, and you weren't willing to understand the nature. So that's, yeah. I just leave it at that. I didn't really have too much to say. I just had to be consistent. Y'all know, y'all boys. Y'all know I gotta come on here every day. I'm gonna have some vlogs soon. I'm gonna be vlogging soon before the end of summer. I got 2 trips coming up. They're in the U.S. So I got 2 trips coming up, and then I'm traveling out of the U.S. next year. So I'll vlog that. And then we also have I'm gonna start doing training. I start training next month, and I'm about to, like, expand on my health and wellness. And then I'm gonna get some information out there for y'all too on habits and how to track your habits, so you can make sure you're hitting that 1% every day or higher. Right now I'm hitting about 10% every day. So every 10 days I'm 100% better. You see what I'm saying? So we gotta, we gotta keep it going. And I just want you to know, don't let the pussy distract you either, fellas. Like, you have to jump over the cliff. And I know it may seem, damn, fuck it, I could just fall. No, you gotta jump. You gotta keep elevating. You gotta keep elevating to your goals, because then everything else comes after your priorities. And if you have your priorities straight, I guarantee you people will accommodate towards your priorities, especially if your priorities is true. But yeah, that's really it for y'all boys. I don't really have too much more else to say today. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a video this weekend too. I'll be with family, so I'll try and show y'all some stuff with the family. And then yeah, I'm also buying my grandma a car, so I might show that tomorrow. But otherwise, stay up. I love y'all boys. Mwah.